Hey, social media family, been of any subscribers and likewise any visitors that been on social media channel and likewise chat with me on the section. As you know, I have to turn my personal computer around, you know, so the backside of it can be facing me so that your persons can see as well as hear who is giving the narrative. Being that because until I were to be able to place, put, or whatever I've said, excuse me for butchering the English language, into that of a computer repair shop so that a technician can possibly look it over and do whatever it is to, get things copacetic up to par. And I have to improvise and innovate. It's a wonder that it's still working. I should have updated this when I had the chance to. I could have did so online, you know, well, before my computer had dropped at one time or another. I had put the same one. That's a mistake. That's a computer another. Well, all I have to do is just put this in the repair shop, regardless of whether or not I had done so or did before, so that the technician could slap his ceiling and straighten it out and say, "Get over with it." So you had a little trauma, you was dropped on your head, a little baby. No offense meant to infants, especially when I get to reflect upon, how a certain president-elect is an abortionist supporter of a modern-day King Herod. But anyway, how are you all doing? I guess I feel okay. Well, literally actually feel a little worse. It was saying, but I could feel even worse than that, like I have before. And as I suspect that certain neighbors from down hell, not just the worst, but the worstest kind, sort of type, could have played a big part or had quite a bit of a hand to make me feel like I am at the present, was they had a part to play in it. No, other than that, I feel okay. Made it through the day. I mean, it's not like I'm a homeless person or I'm like about a derelict transients suffering the homeless disease, as they say. You know, I mean, I may not be where I want to be, but at least I'm not on the streets, although I have had to move to one of these, of course, Santiago neighborhood communities. But here I cannot go out. Yes, getting back to a line of thought. And whereas some such a given moment time, my person, I'm having to reconsider moving into one of the less preferred incendiary neighborhood communities, being as it is. Whereas prior to then, I was a resident or tenant, I was there within in one of the more preferred ones, of a multiracial and less poverty stricken, less crime ridden ones, until I had to seriously reconsider, relocating and then moving to simply say with my personal space belongings or possessions into one of the, less preferred Centiera neighborhood communities. Whereas the one I was in was a multiracial and less poverty stricken and less crime ridden one of those kind of sort of type. And now I'm in one of the predominantly ethnic minority and more poverty stricken, more crime ridden ones, you know, for that of some or such a given moment in time. You know. Then beggars cannot be choosers, as they say. And whereas I'm having to renegotiate my position at some or such a given moment in time with, the likes of a landlord, whereas the white landlords for much, what you call much more preferred incendiary neighborhood communities and much better real estate were playing footsies up under the table with me, if you know what I mean. We between the lines filling the ranks. Like I had all the time in the world to find me another spot before I would be kicked to the curb and then become homeless derelict transits. But at such given moment in time, God forbid, or shiftless bums. The majority of most of them, I'm one of the person that believes this compared to others that contend to them. They want to live that lifestyle. They prefer it, I mean, after all, that's why it's called a lifestyle preference. You know, they're not really trying to get them another place or residence for themselves, not even a hotel or motel room. Then because some, if not all of them, they just want to, I'm not saying all of them, I'm saying some, if not all, the most. Either they are drinking, down in the bottle with what could possibly come future rent money, or they're down in the pipe, or they're gambling, prospective future rent monies away, that could be used to get themselves a place of residence or atmosphere of property. And some of us give more time in real estate. I myself have quite a bit of gambling problem, Well, let me see, when was the last time I gambled? I think that was after my brother's birthday, a little after. I don't think I had gambled since then. When is my brother's birthday? It's something like before the summer season began. Summer season, summer season, a summer season, or whatever I say. It's supposed to officially begin on the 21st of June. Then they had the gay pride parade. I think I showed you all my gym shoes. I'm not wearing some such today. I got on regular shoes, see. But anyway, though, yeah, his birthday was something like mid-June, give or take. And the gay pride parade, I think that was around about the beginning of the summer season, if I'm not mistaken. So as a matter of fact, they just wrapped it up over the weekend. That was Sunday. And here it is today, it's Monday, the 26th. So that was the 25th. So the last time I gambled had to be around about my brother's birthday. But ain't nowhere in the world I'm going to gamble away some rent money. I'm going to have a place to stay. Maybe utilities money? No, not even utilities money. Because if you have a place to stay of residence, then you have to have utilities, light, gas. I mean, unless you have eyes of a cat and some such glows in the dark, you can't get around in a dark place. I'm talking about critters. Mainly or mostly the much more volatile ones, a lot fellow humans on 2 feet. They want to try to make like an intruder or home invader. You can't see who's coming into your place of residence and how to resort to self-defense if need be, as well as have a working cell phone, at least if not working home phone. I mean, if you don't have any, electricity, how you gonna charge up? You get what I'm saying? For your own personal safety. Let's just say that when I gamble quite a bit, practically, if not possibly, like a chronic alcoholic, get them recovery for that, or practically not possibly, like worse yet, a habitual drug user. I'm recovery for that. Likewise, what I was saying is not only am I recovering chronic alcoholic, but recovering reefer addict because that's my drug of choice. Tobacco, marijuana, peyote, as is known by its Indian name, otherwise, or as my Indian piece, those call it, as it is officially called and known as, according to the medical terminology, as marijuana. According to the street slang, it's known as Mary Jane or tobacco weed or reefer. Unfortunately, for me, I have not gone back to it since the last time I relapsed. I'm supposed to be at least a couple or 2 years sober. Well, to give a ballpark figure, literally, actually, it's longer than that. I just put that out there. And as any recovering alcoholic or recovering drug addict or recovering addict, period, I mean, people will be addicted to food, and then some. All we have is a daily reprieve. That is, you can only take up recovery one day at a time. At some given moment in time, though, I was trying to relate my recovery for sobriety over alcohol and marijuana. I was trying to relate it or trying to parallel some of such to my gambling problem. I figured that I would just look at a gambling machine and try to picture it as a bottle of alcohol, you know, or as a reefer joint, and maybe that would steer me clear of some. So for a minute there it worked until I just had this craving to go gambling. I relapsed, but I'm back in recovery now. I don't know how I did it. It had to be with power greater than myself. I didn't necessarily have to picture gambling machine to be the bottle or the pipe. I just, it's like a still small voice saying, just for the day, don't gamble. Because I felt like Pookie in that movie flick scene of New Jack City. That's a vintage classic pop culture film or Hollywood, California. Hollywood, where the most celebrities are weird, because most of them have sold their immortal human souls to the devil, and therefore they are weird. Very few of them get out of the game of having, signed that contract or to make it null and void. You can only do that by means of accepting Christ as your personal Lord and Savior. And as the latter thought would compliment this one vintage pop culture song number by the late MJ. Not the b-ball player, basketball player. He's still living, but rather the singer, dancer, and actor, as he was saying in one of his song lyrics. I forgot the name of that song, but I know it was one of the songs played in the theatrical or movie production that he had co-starred in with Diana Ross. Michael Jackson, not Michael Jordan, where it was called The Wiz, where he was saying more words or less. You can't win, and you can't break even, and you can't get out of the game. Well, that last mention, you know, that's not necessarily true because if you profess faith in God, our Lord and Savior Christ, you can get out of the game. Then, speaking of the late MJ, let me do a rendition of dialogue and conversation as he was being interviewed by one of the former ex talk show hosts, rather, should I say, talk show hostesses. No, not Montel Williams, though he's just as good as Oprah Winfrey. She was asking him more words or less. So I'm going to do some of the dialogue playing the part of Oprah. Tell me, Michael Jackson, at one tell me, Michael Jackson, that at one time or another, he touched the white guy or white fellow Macaulay Culkin in a way that would make him feel rather uncomfortable. No, Oprah Winfrey, I don't do that kind of stuff. That's not me. I kind of sound like Michael Jackson at that time. I do that kind of stuff. It's not me. Oh, I wouldn't harm a child. You know, I find that to be ignorant. I thought you were my friend. Isn't you and Gail my friends, girlfriends of mine? Well, not literal actual girlfriends, but I think you get the general idea what I'm trying to say. Well, Michael, I am your friend, but that's just it. I have to give my listening audience what they want, or to reiterate that of a popular corn phrase or cliche that goes something like this. So I paraphrase it, not quote exactly. Give me the facts. Just give me the facts. Did you or did you not like to make Holy Culture feel uncomfortable at one time or another? Did you or did you not invite him to spend a night with you, or possibly worse yet, a weekend with you at Never Never Land? You know, your own theme park. Yeah, like, but I wouldn't do that to a child. I don't believe in destroying a child's innocence. What do you take me for? Do I look like I'm a monster? Then Oprah Winfrey's girlfriend, Gayle King, had interviewed, you know, R. Smelly, I call him, you know the one, but he would be R. Kelly. And then there's the character Jesse Smollett, hey, next. But, remember when R. Smelly, not Jelly Paulette, I call the other character Jesse Smollett, as you know. He damn near started a race ride right here where I'm at in Chicago, Illinois, for the Midwest, as I'm an American citizen and resident here. Because he fabricated. I'm going to get back to some of the stuff. Let me see how many more minutes I have now. But see, I have about half an hour. Then this library closes about. No, I have a quarter of an hour, but this library closes in half an hour. But anyway, get back to some of the stuff. I think I'm just to backtrack to the purpose of being once I go on to follow to continue the way I'm that my person that last that about so that I can finish up at the computer point reading prior. And whereas Jelly Paulette, Jesse Smollett, now don't sound like former ex-president, you see president of the USA, he has all these, colorful, flavorful, artistic nicknames he gives any political challengers or opponents of his. But anyway, Jelly Paulette, Jesse Smollett, he concocted some kind of a plot to gain more interest in the TV show of a sitcom series television production that he himself co-starred in so that it could draw the attention of the general public and with their ratings could possibly go up. Eventually, though, he was removed from the cast as well as he had to go to trial for that, because he claimed supposedly a masked man, not talking about the Long Ranger, a masked man with his accomplice in his crime had made him become subjected to experiencing racial profiling, something similar to, homo bashing or anti-Semitism. Yeah, so they said, "Come here, Negro." I'm using the derivative of him. They said, "Come here, Negro. You blue, black, or what?" So this kind of guy. Do you know where you're at? So I said, to continue from where I had last left off, in the wrong part of time. But I'm thinking about different planets and stuff like that. Space voyages. Take me to your leader. Lieutenant Spock to Captain Kirk. Come in, please. Lieutenant Spock to Captain Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. I sound it seemed like Amber Ruffin. I think that's the Black Sister's name. She is a serious, legit official news reporter, news correspondent, news journalist, but she has a comedic way of delivering literal actual news. And her popularity ratings have hit the glass ceiling and gone beyond all out there in cyberspace. She's one of the most popular YouTube celebrities. Getting back to something about so with this Jesse Jelly Palette, peanut butter and jelly Palette, or Jesse Smollett was saying, that, and he's supposed to be gay. No, seriously, that was not homo bashing. I wasn't joking. He's supposed to be gay, seriously. You know, like the basketball player, the black sister who was arrested in the USSR, that other superpower that can compare to our own, that is supposedly now a Democratic Republic of democracy like our own USA, and where she's supposed to have some kind of drug paraphernalia contraband on her, and they kept her for 9 months. Hey, isn't that the length of the time frame period that a woman is in maternity ward about to deliver a baby or anything? Hopefully she will be sent to a hospital where, President-elect Joe Biden, who's an abortionist supporter by Day King Herod, will condone their services, even if it means that a hospital or medical clinic affiliated, associated with it, representing some of such, has a high approval rating for, women who are seeking abortions as well as the abortionists. He himself is an abortionist supporter. Modern day King Herod president. Anyway, get back to something like that. So, jelly Palette, peanut butter and jelly Palette, Jesse Smollett was saying, yeah, some racist rednecks, some closet mule Nazis. They had caught me on a dark street during a late night hour or the evening. I can't remember where I was at. I'm pretty sure I was in the right neighborhood unless I had ventured into the wrong neighborhood. I don't remember. That's how much traumatized I am. They grabbed me and they put a rope around my neck. They said, Negro, we're going to hang you from a tree. Damn near cause a race rally. But for me, I was really believing. I was like ready to follow the bandwagon. Yeah, that's wrong. We still have those kind of prehistoric agitators, naysayers against democracy, against the multiracial vote of our Democratic Republic, the melting pot of the USA. I can't believe we have racists like that in this day and age. But someone told me, nah, this doesn't sound right. Something fishy about his story. I mean, it don't add up. He's not giving us any kind of specifics. His intel or info is rather vague. He keeps changing up with the story till finally it was brought. He even fooled the president, some former presidents of USA as well, former politicians as well as present politicians with that bogus crap. Not all of them. And it turns out, like they say, what is hidden in the dark shall come to light. He damn near started a race rally, and he got the nerve to get to court. He's like all beefed up now from being Mr. Peter Pan. I have another choice. They want to lynch me too. Like he flexing his muscle in court. I just want everybody to know. I just want to be known that I'm not suicidal. I'm ready to take on the world. I'm ready to jump into the ring and do the WWF, Worldwide Wrestling Federation, with any jailbird you want to try. You don't want none of this here. I'm practically Muhammad Ali now. Or Superman. Able to leap tall buildings, single bound. Able to outrun speeding locomotives. Able to just hit a building with one punch and demolish it altogether. He did look more beefed up, so I guess he decided to put on weight because he's scared as damn hell what could happen to him in the can. especially if you're a gay guy. He is though. Somebody like to make him their even announcement. About to close in half an hour. So anyway, where was I at? How to get on the character? Oh yes, I was reiterating more or less about the Michael Jackson interview that was conducted by Oprah Winfrey, talk show hostess. God works in the city. See, when I go for recovery, my mind don't slip on me. If I had a bottle in my hand, or wish you had a pipe, I'd be trying to, do a social media broadcast. I'd be like, "There's somebody to tell you something. Somebody watching me through TV, or through a computer. I thought I heard, well, I'm not a crook. I didn't touch your money to try to get me another bottle of pipe. Nope, you don't touch mine. No, I'm saving the rest of it for myself." No, I don't have the alcoholic content of that quantity, some sort of such type. You'll be surprised though. If anything, speaking upon that last mention is, I say chronic alcoholic wanted to drink in a public setting, then one best bet would be to get an alcoholic beverage that looks like water. Guess which one is that? Like vodka. So, anyway, getting back to let me see how many more minutes I have. I'm about to close out the library, about to close about half an hour. Oh, I could close out now because I reached my 30-minute time frame period. I would usually give you all the basic intro, but then the library is about to close in 30 minutes. Didn't I say I could possibly broadcast, usual half an hour, 30 minutes, and have time to spare? But anyway, though, the library about to close half an hour. I already come close to finishing my 30-minute broadcast half an hour. But then on this last note of interest, I would like to say, as you all know, I will open up with basic intro and footnotes. Then I will broadcast the social media content. You know, at least one. Depending on how I feel, I could broadcast a couple of few or four more for that matter. And then last but not least, I will get quoted by saying, so I paraphrase my quote exactly, and that is, if you haven't gotten Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, I would hope that you would think to do some now while the blood is still running warm in your veins. The good book is the best book. Then the law book, the good book is the divine law book that covers man's law books otherwise. If you haven't gotten Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, I hope that you would think to do so now while the blood is still running warm in your veins. I recognize, realize, I would say what he himself had done and did across Calvary, the Golgotha, suffering at the hands of Roman soldiers upon the orders of their superiors, religious, political, militaristic, and otherwise. But then, nevertheless, he went to that cross of Calvary. Come the appropriate sacrifice, the only sacrifice for you as well as for me. Don't steal my trade in that mark physical gesture. I'm going to have to copyright it sometime, you know, so that nobody would try to claim it as their own. But I do further greater emphasis on something. So if any of us, regardless of whatever races, walks of life, national society, lifestyle preferences, the old, young, like both two sections of this, males and females represent not only the human species, but then nevertheless the international global community within this post now on their new millennium, at a apocalyptic day and age where the doomsday clock is now at a couple of few minutes to midnight compared on our 43 5 to the quarter midnight. For this has been the key prophetic times, or to confess some such faith in him, never will become to be blessed one regard another, always one. First and foremost, for this salvation, which is the only means by which any of us can or could possibly become citizens of the kingdom of heaven. Second of all, we will be blessed with his deliverance while we're still here upon the planet Earth. First, you have got to be the salvation. Otherwise, you have nothing coming so far as blessing is concerned. And if you leave this world without the only fire insurance against the lake of fire, damn hell, being of the blood sacrifice of our Lord and Savior Christ, who the rabbi of rabbis, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Prince of Peace. And your final destination will be calm and be the lake of fire down hell, to burn forever and be tortured by the devil within for all eternity. The rest of the unsaved lost human souls of unbelievable numbers compared to how we as believers in God, as Christians, aka Protestants, who have escaped it, as we be across that great divide that separates heaven from down hell, in the company of like-minded, the presence of God and His angels. Otherwise, because unless you have that blood sacrifice of our Lord and Savior Christ, so we got to substitute one time. You cannot cash in on the benefits or the blessings of heaven, and because it's just the way it is, That's just the way it is. I wonder if heaven got a ghetto. If heaven had a ghetto, then it would no longer be heaven, not any longer normal. So it would be damn hell, the rats and roaches, whatever other critters, especially the street hustlers, drug pushers, dope dealers, pickpockets, purse snatchers, rapists, pedophiles, forgers, extortionists, blackmailers, etc. So that's pretty much all around. I've seen the atmosphere of this one particular library. Perhaps in the future, I will, broadcast different scenery. Maybe for doing a broadcast, like say for the Chicago River. No, I'm not suicidal, homicidal, and definitely not Jelly Paulette, Peter Pan, who all of a sudden transformed like Bill Bixby, transformed into the Incredible Hulk. I'm not suicidal. Boom, 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 boom. Back away. I'm not one that's doing. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't ask me when am I going to do another pretty funny that was meant to sound and seem gay the last minute. I say funny, in other words, hilarious, to use another word. Whereas it could get a bowl of laugh out of you all, or be considered for entertainment reasons and purposes as well as to educate and enlighten. Now, don't ask me when I'm going to do another social media broadcast because even I don't know. No, I'm not doing a rendition of dialogue of another movie flick, Hollywood or Hollywood Weird California Most Picture production, for the one called by its name title of The Butterfly Effect. About the butterfly effect, speaking in the plural, rather than the singular in the plural. It's been a long day. Starring that one of those 70s show comedy characters, actor Ashton Kutcher. I need to check out that movie sometime. And I hadn't sold my bag lately. A person had been sabotaging my personal faith. Could have been some neighbors from damn hell, some of these street characters out here want to sit outside the library and get involved into what's in the library, or after I could sit outside after I would have exit. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I have to say for now. How many more minutes do I have before this library goes on? Still have about half an hour. Well, literally, actually, 1/3 of an hour, 20 minutes. So I'm just gonna close out now, and I got to put this back. That's right, the computer wants to log out. And I hope to get back with you all later on my social media family and all the pins. Yeah. So it is what it is. I'm gonna call you. I'm what you make of hell, whole night, and, you want to take care, peace and love, joy and happiness. Haven't gotten Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, get it now. And because tomorrow's not promised to anybody, you know, not one person. Believe it or not, you take the what you want. Being a rude, rude awakening, sleep that way.